Time check. 5 minutes remaining. Consoleil music today. Welcome back to the Crypto Andrew channel. We are back on TikTok. I don't know what that was, but anyways, we are live on YouTube and TikTok. Let me get this set up now on my other computer. So, welcome everyone back to TikTok. We were only gone for what, a day? But my last live stream, I went live on Clapper for the first time. It was okay. Kind of interesting, but it was okay. So if TikTok does get banned again, I'll be back live on Clapper. Username is CryptoAndrew333. So go follow me over there. But that way, if we do get banned again in 3 months or sooner, that's where we'll be. So that is kind of the plan for right now. And yeah, so with that being said, let's get this thing started. So right now, looking at the crypto fear and greed index, I should probably share my screen so that you guys can see what is going on. Right now on the crypto fear and greed index, we are at 76. Extreme greed. Bitcoin did go up to $110,000, and it went up to $110,000, and then very quickly, a few minutes later, it got rejected, and you came to the downside. So overall, right now, Bitcoin is kind of consolidating, right around the $100,000 level. So but we did make a new all-time high up to $110,000. So I will move that line up. The purple line is the all-time high. But yeah, we went to 109,959, so basically 110,000. I'm sure on some exchanges Bitcoin did hit $110,000. But for right now, easy numbers, we'll say Bitcoin hit 110,000. And then very quickly, you got to move back to the downside. And as of right now, Bitcoin is kind of struggling to hold 100,000. We'll see what happens. Now, I also told my trading group yesterday that here are some of my price targets for Bitcoin. So my first massive price target for Bitcoin was $120,000 using fibs, of course. Then I see 130, almost 140,000, and then I see 159,000 if I'm rounding up. And then I see $170,000 is the next massive areas of targets using fib. So I don't usually use fibs, but it's something that on the macro time frame it is interesting to look at. So those are the targets to the upside. I do not believe the bull runs over. Obviously, we made a new all-time high yesterday, or maybe even today. So I think it was last night when we did it, or maybe early this morning. But overall, Bitcoin is looking pretty good to me. So on the weekly time frame, let's start this analysis on the weekly time frame. By the way, if you guys are new, appreciate if you hit the like and follow button. It does help support the channel. And as always, Mondays are usually our longer live streams. If you guys want to join the trading group, link to join in is in the description on YouTube. On the weekly time frame, you can see the RSI is still trying to reset. It's still in a downtrend. On the 3-day time frame, you can see that the 3-day time frame is probably and likely looking to get the bounce here. The 2-day time frame already did, and technically that is a higher high because you made a new all-time high, barely, but you did make a new all-time high. The previous high was what, just above 108, almost 109,000. We almost hit 110,000 earlier this morning, so we made a new all-time high a few hours ago, 20 hours ago, of over about $1,000, $1,500, depending on what exchange you were on. So overall, Bitcoin did make a new all-time high less than 24 hours ago. The 2-day time frame is getting close to being overbought. Money flow on the 2-day looks good to me. It looks very good on that 2-day. How's the 3-day? 3-day looks good to me as well, and daily looks kind of okay. But overall, Bitcoin is looking good on the money flow, especially on the stock RSI. Now, on the daily time frame, again, basically the same as the 2-day, where it looks like that could be a rejection point. And now, at least on the daily time frame, you need to get a cool down. On the 12-hour time frame, you can see the 12-hour time frame is trying to make a higher low. The last time that the 12-hour time frame was oversold was all the way down here when we had our low at $89,000. Right now, as far as I'm concerned, in probably 24 hours or so, the 12-hour time frame is going to be completely oversold. That doesn't mean you have to bounce then, but to me, the 12-hour time frame is setting up to be extremely bullish. If we look at the 8-hour time frame, 8-hour time frame is it's nearly oversold as well. This is a really good sign for a continuation to the upside. And if we could use $100,000 as support, that would be extremely bullish for Bitcoin. So something I'm watching, but to me, this looks extremely likely for a continuation to the upside. Now, I'm not saying right now, but I think in the next 24 hours or so, 24 hours or less, Bitcoin gets some kind of bounce. And I would love to see us hold $100,000 as psychological support. If we move down to the 6-hour time frame, 6 hours looking just like the 8-hour, oversold or getting oversold. The 4-hour time frame, as far as I'm concerned, if we zoom in, that is a falling wedge. The 4-hour time frame tried to get a bounce, didn't, but you made a higher low. So like the 3-hour, same thing, 2-hour, same thing, 1-hour, same thing. But yeah, to me, I see this as a falling wedge for Bitcoin. So the next time we'll be live will be 11 p.m. Central Time on Saturday, but I do see a move to the upside before then, and I could be wrong. This is not financial advice. This is just what I see in the markets. I see a major move on the 1-hour time frame in this falling wedge, basically back to the all-time highs that we had under a day ago. So the level I would like to see you hold, though, I would like to see you hold like some kind of double bottom here, or Adam and Eve double bottom. And an Adam and Eve double bottom is when you make a V-shaped recovery, which is what happened here with that God candle. And then you come back down and do more of a rounded bottom versus the V-shaped recovery. Those are Adam and Eve double bottoms, and they bounce 90% of the time. And if that was in reverse, then it would be an Adam and Eve double top, and those are very bearish. But this is very bullish when you get a V-shaped recovery and then more of a rounded bottom again, basically at the same level. So to me, if Bitcoin can hold the level right here at 99.4, I'm looking for a massive move back to the upside. I would say if Bitcoin loses $99,400, we could be talking about lower targets, really all the way down to about 98.4. So I didn't want to remove the fibs. I'm going to leave them there. But that's what I'm looking at. So if this, then that. If Bitcoin can hold $99,400, I see a move coming to the upside for Bitcoin back to all-time highs above 110,000. And then, of course, my next massive target, if you break 110, would be 120. It doesn't have to go there immediately, but that is the targets I'm looking for if you break the all-time high. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now for Bitcoin. Thank you for the likes on TikTok. And let me see. Yeah, I barely set an all-time high. Never closed it. Can you check Spore? What does that say? Can I check Spore? Appreciate the like. Yeah, I can check Spore. That was the first request I see. So we will look at Spore. By the way, Trump launched his own meme coin. That was interesting. Is this going to be on TradingView or where is Spore at? Let me know if this is the right one. I hope not, because that looks awful. Well, yeah, that can't be it, right? SPORUSDT. Maybe it's MXC. Is this it? Yeah. I'm not sure if this is it, but it looks like it's in a massive downtrend. So I can't say that this is looking great unless you're making the most ridiculous fall. It can't really be a falling wedge roll if the entire price action since it came out is a falling wedge. I mean, I guess it could be, but it's just that would be, yeah, that to me that's not extremely bullish. You measure move. I mean, I guess if you're trying, I would not call this a falling wedge. If you want to call it falling wedge, you get the measure move to the upside, and then you'd have to somehow make a higher low and continue bouncing. It's possible. I think that's unlikely. Usually when I look at a chart, if the entire chart's a falling wedge, I can't really consider that a falling wedge. But that would be the bullish idea. That would be the very unrealistic bullish idea on Spore. So it looks like this is the coin. So yeah, I mean, I'll look at this, but again, this doesn't look fantastic to me. I'm just going to be honest with you. So those are the price levels to watch out for right now on Spore. Would be these levels at 1.3, 5.4, and 8.75. This is on the bigger time. I mean, this is a 5.5 hour time frame. This is not that big of a time frame. It's a big one. It's not that big. It's not crazy. It's not like a 3-day. So, I mean, yeah, I guess what I would be looking for now here on Spore, the entire chart cannot be a falling wedge. It can't be. It's just not. But this could be a falling wedge right here, and then you get the bounce to the upside. I will say that this is an idea that could actually get you out of here. So that would be something I would, take with a grain of salt. But that could be an idea. The entire chart can't be a falling wedge. I've never seen that before in my life, so I'm going to delete these lines. But I could see this as a falling wedge. It's still not a very pretty falling wedge, but nonetheless, it could be a falling wedge. I would say this, though. If you make another low below 16.2, it is extremely likely you are going back down to 1.3. If you lose 1.3, you're going to make a new low. So you cannot lose 1.6 right here. 162 really on Spore. That is MEXC charts. Did you see Elon Musk telling they send Doge on the moon, but why Doge down then? I can't even understand. Why is Doge going down? I don't know. I don't know, man. Thank you for the gift, Opry. Appreciate it. Much appreciated. Thank you. We can go look at Dogecoin. I don't know why it's down, dude. It's just crypto. Bitcoin had a massive dump today. It had a massive pump, dump. That Dogecoin is really not down. This is the 5.5 hour time frame. For the day, it's down 3%. I mean, overall, this chart looks pretty good to me. I don't think Dogecoin looks bearish. It just doesn't. On the macro time frames, Dogecoin is respecting levels. If you hold 30 cents, Dogecoin's bullish. And then your next stop is 50 cents. If you lose 30 cents, you can look for 23 cents. To me, Dogecoin is not bearish. You did have a high of 43 cents, but all things considered, Bitcoin had a ridiculous pump today, a $10,000 candle. So it didn't hold it, but it did have a $10,000 candle. Maybe we should call it Bitcoin at a $10,000 wick today. Thank you, Kangi, for the roses. They smell so good. It smells so good. I'll give both of them to my future girlfriend. XRP, yeah, we'll look at XRP. XRP, let's go look at XRP. Yeah, I did want to talk about XRP today. So XRP. So yeah, I had this last time I looked at this, at least on the 4 hour time frame. I had this in some kind of bullish, a bull flag, bull pennant. This was a bull pennant, and then you lost it. And right now, it's almost like you're retesting it bearishly at the bottom. And the measure move was 430. I'm not saying XRP is extremely bearish, but I wouldn't watch this. If XRP loses the level of $2.90, $2.93, I would look for a move back down to the area low at 263 or 260, really. That's what I'd be looking at on Dogecoin. So if you lose 290, I would be looking for 260 on Dogecoin, or on XRP, I mean. Now, if you can get back in this flag and get the bounce, then we're good. I would say XRP is extremely bullish if we can break 3.4, $3.40. The 4 hour time frame, as far as the stock RSI goes, it's kind of chopping around. You got to bounce, and at the end of the day, that is an ever so slightly lowered low on the 4 hour. But I wouldn't even consider that a lower low because you never got overbought. Let's go down to the 3 hour time frame. 3 hour time frame did get overbought, and technically speaking, that is a lowered low on the 3 hour time frame. I'm going to tell you what I believe is going to happen next on XRP in a second. So I'm going to just kind of get rid of this. I'm going to kind of redraw this at least. And I wonder if there's any way we can draw this in a bullish state. So to me, XRP is still bullish. Even though the 3 hour time frame, 2 hour time frame technically made lower highs, the 1 hour time frame made a lower high ever so slightly. I see this as an ascending triangle. That is when you have equal highs, or pretty much equal highs, and then higher lows. This does not have to happen, but if you want to have a very aggressive stop loss, you can have a stop loss below this crazy wick here at 298. And I would say if XRP loses the level of $2.98, you can probably look for 260 again. Usually whenever I see ascending triangles lose the flag, you see a massive dump. Remember the last time we had a good example of this was on Bitcoin just a little bit ago. So if I zoom out, I had Bitcoin in an ascending triangle somewhere. I thought I did at least. Maybe not. Never mind. But either way, whenever these break down, they break down parabolically, and then they usually go to the next support down there, 260. So if XRP can hold $2.98, I see a move coming to the upside for XRP. And let's see what the measure move would be on XRP. So really the measure move on XRP would be basically $4.30, $4.40 on XRP. So that's kind of what I see going on XRP. XRP is still bullish to me as long as you hold. If we hold 298, I see a move coming to the upside in a new all-time high for XRP. If you lose 298, I'd pretty much look for 260. And that's just kind of what I see going on XRP. Thank you for the rose. It smells so good. I'll give it to my girlfriend. Thank you. Appreciate it. By the way, I also made an account on Clapper in case TikTok gets banned, so go follow me there. Username and everything is the same on all of my socials. So yeah, thank you for the follow as well, Jimmy. Appreciate you. And so Trump launched a meme coin. Then Melania, his wife, launched a meme coin. I don't think that one did very well. I didn't really pay attention to that one. But Trump launched a meme coin. And what is going on? I am holding this long term, partly because I'm down, partly because I didn't put much money in it, and partly because as long as Trump's in office, at some point in the next year before the bull runs over, Trump meme coin is likely to pump. The market cap overall is just a few $1 billion. So I can see this going up to $92, and this could just be a massive falling wedge on the 15-minute time frame. This doesn't have to happen. It's just what I see going on, and this is probably the most likely scenario. So, anything's possible. I would take everything I say with a grain of salt. I am not always right, but I'm right, enough of the time to be successful. So that is what I see going on. A move coming to the upside for Trump. You can only get the bounce to the upside on Trump token, though, when we see higher lows and higher highs on the stock RSI on the 15-minute time frame. So far, it looks like you're going to put in a lower high below $40, below $41, because of how fast the stock RSI is getting overbought. So it's like you at least put in one more lower high below $41, and then possibly make a lower low or a higher low. If you make a higher low, then I could see it move coming to the upside. But I'm at least predicting this makes a lower high at the below $41 short term. So I'm not saying move is happening tonight, but maybe tomorrow you do see the bounce to the upside on this. I can't really imagine this goes to zero. It is a high risk hold, I will say that. But as long as Trump is successful in office, this coin probably will pump to the upside. So I'm not saying put all of your life savings in this, but it's not a bad idea to put a few $100 in here and see what happens. That's just my opinion, not financial advice. That's what I see going on with Trump token. The new Trump token that came out sucked the liquor out of the entire market. It kind of did. So, thank you, Joe, for the gifts. I appreciate it. LCX. Let's go look at LCX. I don't think I've looked at LCX in a very long time. LCX. And even, I'll say this, even when Bitcoin's at all these new all-time highs, I'm still buying more Bitcoin every week or every 2 weeks at least. So let's refresh this, restart this. I'm going to get rid of this indicator. This indicator is kind of cool, but it's kind of in the way. So I'm going to get rid of that indicator. I'll leave everything else on the table for right now. And let's kind of see what's going on for LCX. So LCX had a nice move all the way up to 40 cents. And kind of trying to hold a low here at 20 cents. Can you do it? I don't know, man. Let's kind of see. So I see LCX just kind of consolidating, and I'm not really even going to call this a falling wedge here. But I will say Melania now. Yeah. Here's the macro time frame, 4-hour time frame, measured move on LCX to a new all-time high, or at least to a new recent high. I don't know what the all-time high is on LCX. Is this all-time highs? No, I don't think so. But the all-time high is maybe 68 cents if this chart is. I don't know when this chart came out. I don't know if this is the entire history of it, but for right now, we'll assume the all-time high is about 70 cents. This has a measure move on the 4-hour time frame up to 56 cents with a resistance at the local high of 40 cents. So to me right now, if you can hold 20 cents, you can see a move to 40 cents and then 56, 57 cents on LCX. That doesn't have to happen. I'd be very cautious here because the 4-hour time frame just put in a lower high and the stock RSI is overbought, making a lower high. So to me, be cautious. You're also below the 200-day moving average, the 4-hour time frame. You're also below the 200-day smooth moving average, which is the thicker yellow line. So I would not be in a trade right now, not a long trade at least. I'd wait for the 4-hour time frame to get a bounce. And until you see the 4-hour time frame make a higher low above 20 cents, there's no reason to believe we're going to get the bounce. What could happen here on LCX is that this rolls over. You make a higher low up around 23 to 25, well, you're already at 23 cents. So you want to see this make a higher low, though, and then get the bounce. Until you get a higher low above 20 cents, there's no reason this can be bullish. You can make a double bottom at 20 cents, but if you lose 20 cents, it's bearish. To me right now, if you do, until you also break 28 cents, the high there, the local high there at 20 cents, I also don't see a move coming to the upside. So 28 cents, you must break that. If you break 20 cents, I see a move all the way up to eventually 56 cents. That could take a week or two or more to play out because we are on the 4-hour time frame, but that's just what I see going on LCX. It does look bullish to me, but super short term. Like the macro time frame looks bullish, but the smaller time frames, like in the next day or two, it does not. So thank you, CMV, for the follow. I do appreciate it. So that's just kind of what I see going on LCX. Thank you for that request. Thank you for the likes on YouTube and on TikTok. And yeah, that's kind of what I see going on for LCX. By the way, I'm not holding my meme coin Herald anymore. I do want to let you guys know that I bought Trump with that because Herald wasn't performing very well. So that's what I did. Let's go back to Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin doing? I'm in a Bitcoin long, a massive one, stop loss 92,000, 93,000, based on the 333-minute time frame. We'll see if I'm right or wrong about this. You're above the moving averages on the 5.5 hour time frame, and you have been ever since you broke out at 65K. So to me, I'm still long on Bitcoin as long as you can hold these levels down here at 92,000. But like shorter term price action, what's the 15 doing? So to me, Bitcoin is like, at least for tonight, it's kind of bearish. The 50-minute time frame is, oh wow, this is actually extremely bearish. Bitcoin looks like it's gonna dump here. I hate to say that, but Bitcoin looks like it's gonna dump here. And I guess now I have to think about exiting my trade that I just said I was long in. This is not good. This is a descending triangle, and these, I hate to say it, are extremely bearish. They break down most of the time, and that has a measured move of about 90,000, extra 89,000. I'm gonna at the end of the stream, I'm probably gonna bail on the trade. I could be so wrong. Bitcoin could just rip here to the upside, but these break down about 68% of the time. They're very bearish patterns. It's the exact opposite of what we saw in XRP. This is an ascending triangle. This is a descending triangle. That's when you have lower lows with the same bottom, and these break down most of the time. So I'd be cautious. You could say the measure move. You could raise it up and be conservative. Say it's 90,400, 90,500 where you have support. But overall, these are bearish patterns, and I don't want to say that because I'm long on Bitcoin right now. But I hate to say this. Like, if you get rejected to this top trend line here, you're going to dump. If you break this top trend line, I'll stay in the trade. So, frankly, I will stay in this trade. But if you, like, there's a what? That's now the candle's turning red. So if you get rejected at the top of this trend line here, I would not be long on Bitcoin. So if you break this, you can stay long. If you start to get the red candle to the downside, I'd be out. Or I could stay in the trade and have my stop loss, 99.9 below the last local low. I could do that too. But that's just what I see going on. Unfortunately, Bitcoin kind of doesn't look great to me right now. So you have to break this top trend line. Otherwise, I do see more downside. If you break this low at 99.9, I see a move down to 90,000. You do have support at 94,400. Let's remember that. But if you lose 94.4, I see 100 or 90,000 coming. Thank you for the likes. Appreciate that. If you're a streamer into crypto, you should have LCOT live coin mined by streaming. I've never ever heard of that. I don't know what that is. I can look into that. You said it's what? LCOT? I mean, I can look at that. I don't know what that is. My pen isn't working. LCOT. Mana? Yeah, we can look at that. How do you know where the support is at? Well, wherever price gets rejected at multiple times, that's support. And wherever it gets rejected at, that's resistance. If you get rejected there multiple times, that's resistance. You've held the support now 1, 2, basically 3 times. That's support down there at 99,000. You could raise it up a little bit to 100,600, but overall, that level is roughly is support. Yeah. The mining demo is my first video. Okay. Is it like your thing though? Interesting. Okay. So let's go look at Mana. I don't know how I'm supposed to say that. I've looked at it before. I just can't. Decentralized. Yeah. I don't know why I can't. I can't think. I forget how you say this. Decentraland. We'll call it that. And I feel like I'm saying it wrong though. I don't know why. So, all right. Let's look at this on the 4-hour time frame. Boom. To me, that's not really the case though, because you went so low there. But I'm trying to get some kind of idea of what's going on here. I guess we can make the support resistance lines. So this is resistance. The all-time high or the most recent high where you get a wick and then a massive dump is resistance. You only got rejected there once. But when you have that big of a red candle all the way back down to the low at 41, that's a rejection, and you have to call that resistance. Same thing here. You had a pretty big rejection there, 80 cents. I wouldn't say it's massive support or resistance though, because you had a one rejection there, but then on the next leg up, you broke right through it. We do have some sort of support here at, or resistance now at 56 cents as well. And you can definitely say you have some kind of support here at 44 cents. So, and then you have a local low down there at 26 cents on Decentraland. So right now, I would look for this. Look how fast that is going to the downside. It's looking likely that this low is gonna be taken out at 44 cents. Whenever you have the stock RSI get even close to being overbought, but you don't get overbought, but then you see red candles and make a lower high that fast, if any of that makes sense, that is extremely bearish. Like that's a lower high in the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour stock RSI couldn't even get overbought, and if it did, even if it did, which it didn't, that's a lower high in the stock RSI, and you have bearish engulfing candles. So to me, it's extremely likely every time I've seen this that you take out the last local low, which is currently sitting at 44 cents. So I'll just be cautious on this right now. Mana looks like, or Decentraland looks like it wants to go down to 26 cents. So that's just kind of what I see going on. Sorry, something for work. So that's kind of what I see going on right now on Mana. And yeah, let me go for, so Jefferson said Trump coin pump and dump. It may soon skyrocket. I just said it looks likely. Happy Monday. How's it going, Matt? When you get a chance, can you look at SCN and SWFTC? 5 likes, 5 years. Hey, we can't do better than that. Can you tell me something about near render? I don't know, man. Can I? Probably can. So XCN. Let's go look at XCN. So okay, the 1-hour time frame broke out, right? I'm gonna delete this. The 1-hour time frame broke out on XCN. And like short-term price action looks pretty good to me for a move up to resistance or even above it to 1663. 1-hour time frame is oversold. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame. Could something like this happen on SWFTC? Rounded bottom, handle, cup and handle. This is a cup and handle. Measure move is 16. SWFTC, or no, I'm sorry, that was XCN. XCN looks bullish to me, and that is what I'd be looking at on XCN. Let me actually put this to my trading group. Thank you for that. That was actually a pretty good. I like that. So I'll talk more about that later. Let's go look at XWFTC on Coinbase. You can't call it resistance if major derivative. I'm looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is never closed. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Okay. So you had a bullish engulfing candle on the 4-hour time frame. Overbought. I won't say this is a lower high yet, but you do need to break. What level is that? 11. Otherwise, that's a lower high. So XWFTC must break that level. And that's what I see. Now, is this going to become a massive rounded bottom? That'd be a really good sign, but so far we have not confirmed that. I'll say this: the 50-minute time frame looks like you want to continue, so that you could make a rounded bottom there. That is definitely an idea. That is something I'd watch. That would be a measure move of 11 cents. Hold on TikTok. I'm going to look at something really quick. I'll be back in a minute. Well, never mind. All right, never mind. All right, so that's what I see going on is a measure move up to about 11 cents on SWFTC. So we had a few more requests. Yeah, if you guys hit the likes, I'll look at all your coins. Can I near? Let's look at near. So looking at near protocol. Hold on a second. Yeah, so looking at near protocol on the 4-hour time frame, let's see what's going on near. So on near, it's looking like it's making lower lows, lower highs, and it looks like you are going to continue down. So we've talked about this before of what this would be. I talked about this on Bitcoin actually just now. Let's see what Bitcoin's doing actually. So now is Bitcoin trying to break through that level? Let's see. If we can, then we can negate the descending triangle for right now. But on near, I say the same thing. A descending triangle, these usually break down. I don't think near, you can't really say near is broken out unless you break out 5.9. If you break 5.9, we can talk about being bullish. Otherwise, unfortunately, near is kind of bearish right now. So I would just be cautious on near. I don't see this doing anything crazy that's, I don't see this being extremely bullish right now. I don't think that's going to happen, but these usually break down. So you would break down to the next support. The next macro support that I see on near would be at the local low down there at $3. So let's see what happens. You also definitely have a double bottom there at 350, so that would also be support. That's what I'm looking at for near. Those levels look likely, but if Bitcoin pumps it, this probably won't dump. So, but honestly, for a massive breakout, you can't really say it's breaking out until you break 5.9. So we had two more requests, Solana and we had three more requests, Solana and Near. Oh wait, no, we looked at Near. Render was the other one. Then we had Solana, I think, and then we had some random coin which I'm kind of scared to look at, but we'll look at them. All right. So with that being said, let's look at Near protocol or Render now. So support, we have $6.22. Your next resistance is basically $9. This is a very boring coin to watch, but oh crap. I don't know, man. I would pretty much say if you can hold 620, you're good. Unfortunately, if near breaks 620, your next macro low is 415. That's that's a so I'd just be cautious on near. You need to bounce off 620. If you can't do that, it's not going to be a good situation for near protocol or render or whatever. I can't even keep my coin straight. I'm looking at. I mean, that is a steep falling wedge. Can that happen? Can you bounce here? Yes. Does it look likely? No. That looks like a bearish engulfing candle. It looks like you're about to go down to 415 on render. We'll see if I'm right or wrong. I might be wrong, but that looks bearish. All right, let's go look at Solana. Solana is probably in a good state. Solana just did two days ago, I think it was, made a new all-time high. So, Solana looks good. By the way, if you guys want to join the trading group, link to join is in the description on YouTube. I do want to remind you guys of that. Go follow me on Clapper as well. Socials are the same. Solana just made a new all-time high to $200 and $295, and right now, I would say that you have support here at 230, 233. Are you going to break it? If you break it, you can look for 212. So the other question is, can we make a double bottom of some kind here? So that would be a measure move would be $274 on Solana. Yeah, that's kind of what I see going on Solana. Of course, you guys. And what's the ticker for Bitcoin? If you're still here, if you're not still here, I'm not gonna look at it. How's it going, man? How's it going, Euros Trades? Can you look? Yeah. So, and thank you for the gift, Euros Trades. Appreciate it. So that's kind of what I see going on for this market. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure you hit the like and follow button. It does help support the channel. So thank you. Again, I'll be live on Saturday at 11 p.m. Central Time. Mondays are usually a longer live stream. By BICO. BICO. Okay. I don't know if I've looked at this before, but I feel like I have. So this is kind of what I see going on. This is this thing right here, this entire thing right here is a bull market support band. It looks like almost right here, this thought that we're going to a bear market, or maybe not. No, I recant that statement, but you do not want to lose this lower level here at 27 cents, which you actually have already done. I would say that BICO is in a bearish state right now, and your next support to the downside is basically 21 cents and then 16 cents. It looks like likely you go down there, especially because you're below the 200-day moving average. I hate to say this, but this does not look very good to me. BICO looks pretty bearish, and I'm not saying short or long this, but this doesn't look great to me for a move to the upside or downside. It just looks bearish. 4-hour time frame also, like if you just look at this, it's bad. Like you're trying to bounce here on the 4-hour, but you have had no momentum to the upside. You went up to 27 cents, but you're getting rejected now while the stock RSI is not oversold. That's bearish to me. I've talked about this on a few other coins tonight. It looks bad. I would call for a move to 17 cents at least. Not financial advice. That's what I see though. So with that being said, guys, that's going to kind of wrap it up. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for a great live stream. I'll see you back live again at 11 p.m. Central Time. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to watch some football. I have to go back to work. So see you guys in the next one. If you guys want to join the trade group, link to join is in the description on YouTube. Until next Saturday or this Saturday when I go live again. Cheers and have a great week, everyone. On Bitcoin, I watch for this to break the top trend line. Because we're doing that, I'll stay in my long. So that is kind of where I leave us out tonight. And you lose 99.9, I do eventually see a move most likely coming down to the lower 90 range. Let's not lose that $100,000 level. We'll be fine. So that's all I got. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for stopping by. And cheers, everyone. Adios. Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys. Adios.